What's up, YouTube? Today we will be discussing how to create an ad campaign for a hospital. And we will be using the objective of website clicks. Why I'm using website clicks is because you can showcase your panel of doctors, you can showcase your video testimonials of your patients, you can do a lot more than just over a call, which is usually people opt for a call over a website link, and because they say that you get more calls and calls are easier to convert, but actually it doesn't, because the legitimacy is only established once you showcase who you are. Once that trust is built, uh, conversions are a whole lot easier. So once you have online payment options, and once you have your testimonials in place, once you have your infrastructure photos in place, once you have the panel of doctors in place, everything on the website is there, the online payment gateway is working, that's when the conversions happen. And today I'm going to show you exactly how this happens. So this is where the magic happens. The new campaign is, of course, we are going to choose the website traffic one. We will simply click on continue. Once we do this, then we are going to go for search, and then we click on continue. Now again, we can of course choose this URL. I'm going to use this as just as a template. This is of course just for the sake of an example. You can choose any website your client is using at the current point in time. Campaign name, as I had stated earlier, it has to be something which you can remember. For example, August is the time, the month in which I'm creating the campaign, 2022 hospital, and then search ad. So that's how I'm going to remember this particular ad. Now we click on continue. Bidding is of course conversions. Again, I have not set the conversion as to book appointments, etc. You have to do that separately out here. I'll simply show you conversions. This is where you register each and every conversion. Once you have done that, you'll be able to optimize your particular campaign for conversions. You could also go for clicks as well. It doesn't really matter in the beginning, because a campaign matures, and initially if your conversions are not set, it will optimize for clicks only. So anyways, we will select clicks for the time being, and we can select next. Of course, as a side note, you can also select for a total cost per click, a total cost per acquisition. You can also choose that. It helps regulate your budget. It ensures that your cost per acquisition is not above, let's say, 30 rupees per click, and you could do something like that so that your budget is in check. I'm going to unselect search network and display network, because again it shows my ad in those places which are not really what I want. Like for example, if let's say if I'm searching for hospitals in Delhi, it'll show it in the Play Store, it'll show it in let's say some other website when they are purchasing some grocery or something like that. Even if they have searched hospital, it'll show it there, but it is not really good for clicks. I will select India. If it's a hospital which is operating all over India, then of course languages, you can select English. You can select audience segments. Of course, you can select audience segments, or you could, but that will just ensure that this ad goes narrow and it will not show to a lot of people, and the cost per click will be very high. Just select on more settings, and once we do that, we'll see the ad schedule. That is the major part here. Once we do that, we select the time on which we can start picking the calls. So it's 9 o'clock here, and we can select the end time as well. The end time again, we'll be selecting something like 8 p.m. Once we do that, so that's all we need to do in the campaign level. Now we go to the next level. Here, enter keywords. So as you can see, a lot of keywords are already there which have been populated by them itself. You don't need to do exactly what they are recommending. You can just go ahead and delete that whole thing, because that's a broad match anyways. The ones which are without quotes or without brackets, they are the ones which are broad matches and phrase matches. uh, the ones which don't have any of those things, those are broad matches. We don't want to be in broad matches, because it will start showing the ad to anyone and everyone. Anything which is a synonym or something which is a close meaning of those words, it will start showing your advertisement for those things. So trust me, you want to be using phrase matches and word matches, exact matches. Sorry. So you can get the keywords here. Just select keyword planner and open it in a new tab. Once you do that, it's taking a bit of time, but anyhow, so discover new keywords. Let's say hospital. Okay, let's just get the results, because getting the keywords is the keyword planner's job. Let's not overcomplicate things. Hospital near me, or medical center. Again, medical center is a very strange keyword. I would say it's not, it's a misleading keyword, because a lot of hospitals have medical center towards the end of their names. So many times when people are searching for, let's say, Vasan Medical Center or Shroff Medical Center. So even if your intention is to put up that advertisement to attract those customers who are searching for medical centers, they are actually searching for branded keywords, and therefore I will not recommend you to choose medical center. So I will choose I hospital near me. Again, this is a branded keyword. This is the name of a hospital. This is what you don't want to do. And again, just select copy. Again, there could be a whole lot more keywords than just this. You select Control V, phrase match each and every keyword that you have selected. Okay. So there it is. Anyways, so again, here we see a host of branded keywords. We don't want to do that. Again, I'm just choosing government hospital near me because that's what's required at this point. So I'm just going to copy it, add the quotes so that it becomes a phrase match. Since this is just for the idea of how to create an ad, I'm not going to talk more about what kind of keywords and whatnot. Headlines, as I had explained in the earlier video in the call ads as well, uh, they have to be capitalized. That's the first rule that you have to follow. And get expert medical care. Treatment, for example. Multi specialty hospital, or let's say hospital in Safdarjung, let's say. Okay, so here we are putting one keyword in as well, so that it ranks better if you're choosing that as a keyword. Then you have to choose 4 or 5 more headlines so that it ranks higher in the advertisements. You have to put in a couple of descriptions. Descriptions are just normal sentences. You could add something like again, the trick here is to include a lot of keywords which you have selected from your keyword planners list. Once you do that, of course, your ads will rank higher. The idea of choosing these keywords is to integrate these keywords, because that's how people are searching for you. If you integrate that into your ad in your ad copy, then your ads will rank higher. And that's not the only factor, of course. Your ads rank higher depending on 3 factors: your ad relevance, your landing page experience, and your ad copy. So these are the 3 things which will ensure a higher ranking in your ads. So ad relevance again is dependent on your website. if your website contains these keywords or at least talks about these keywords, it's there in the same area in which that particular keyword, like for example, Safdarjung, I just chose. So Safdarjung has to be mentioned somewhere because it has to rank higher for those particular keywords. Once we do that, those keywords will be ranking higher. So I will safely do this, and so you don't need to add anything more than this right now. We can safely select done, and we can select next. Of course, it will show an error message perhaps later on because we've just selected less number of headlines. Site links and call out extensions and call extensions. Call extensions is something which we didn't want. As you can remember, towards the beginning of the video, I said that it's very difficult to convert patients over a call, if, and especially a person will not call you if they are in distress. Let's say for example, if they want to get admitted into a hospital, they'd anyways look for the information online. You don't need to put up an ad for that. What people do put up an ad for, like let's say for example, if there are a lot of people who want to book appointments, and that's what usually book appointment options are for. So the kind of extensions you might want to use right now is image extensions. That's something which you can play around with. You can play around with call out extensions if, let's say for example, any features which your hospitals has, let's say for example, MRI facility available or whatever. So once you start talking about these features, that's what call out extensions is. Site link extensions are different links to different pages of your website. So if there are pages on your website you want to talk about more, let's say for example, if you're an eye hospital and you want to talk about your cataract page, because that's what most patients approach you for, so you can do that as well. So I will not tinker with any of these extensions. It's again up to what kind of hospital you are choosing, and what your ultimate intention is. So structured snippets extensions are there, lead form extensions are there, prices. Lead form extensions again is something which won't work. I'll tell you the ones which won't work. Lead form extensions, nobody fills up a form in order to get admitted to a hospital. Once if they want to get admitted to a hospital, they'll straight away come to your hospital, they'll search for the ad, they'll book an appointment, or let's say even if let's not talk about admitting into a hospital. If in that kind of scenario, a person rushes to the nearest hospital, of course. But once we talk about the smaller things, booking of appointments for your daily checkup or something like that, nobody fills up a form. They'll straight away go and book the appointment, make the payment, and get away from that website. Because let's face it, nobody wants to see photos of people getting infected with various kinds of diseases. So, anyways, structured snippet extensions. Again, this is, you could use that app extensions if you have an app. You could do that as well. Price extensions, this never really works well, because if you talk about prices, the first thing uh, that actually downgrades your advertisement. In very few scenarios have I seen that the price extension is actually better. So I'll select next. You can select the ad budget, and once you do that, this ad will be ready to work with. Since we are not going to air this ad, I'm going to safely hit the cross button, and I'm going to delete that particular campaign. But this is just for the sake of an example, a very basic website clicks ad. And if you have any queries, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. And I'll be meeting you in the next video very soon. So till next time.